Good morning, Lauren B. followers. Continuing from the last part of our series when we introduced you to a huge variety of different species of gems and many and every different color, today we are going to discuss one type of gem, sapphire, which is gemologically known as corundum. So as you can see, sapphire comes in every color of the visible spectrum, from white to black, if you can imagine that scale. Every color is considered sapphire, except red corundum, which you know as ruby. So there's essentially two classifications. There's ruby, and then there's everything else. Today I'm going to show you a variety of sapphire colors, as well as some of our ring styles, and how well they display this beautiful gem. You should also be able to get a general idea for pricing. So going back to discussing color, color is of course the most important element in determining the value of any sapphire. Blue fine quality stones are considerably the most expensive sapphires and the most classic and well known. For any color, hue, tone, and saturation are what determine the degree and quality of the color. Just to review what we touched on last time, the hue of a gem is the visible color that you see. So what you would see as green or blue, red, yellow, just the normal color. Tone is the degree of lightness or dark you see in a gemstone. Here's an example of all the every different color of gem, and sapphire comes in pretty much every single one of these and all the variations. So tone is the degree of lightness or dark you see, essentially from pure white all the way to black. So tone is really important for fine quality sapphires, which is going to fall somewhere in this medium range, because you don't want it to be too light or too dark. Saturation is the strength of the color, from weak saturation to vivid saturation. And what's causing this is essentially the amount of grayish or brownish undertone, which can actually affect the color and make it look much weaker as opposed to a really pure, vivid color. So fine quality stones fall into the vivid color, medium tone range for that designated hue. The other main aspect of how sapphires are priced is based on their treatment. Stones that come out of the earth with the brightest colors are quite rare. So the majority of sapphires on the market are exposed to high heat, called heat treatment, which is a normal and centuries-old process. Heat treatment can remove any traces of gray or brown, like we just talked about with saturation, greatly improving the stone's color, can remove any color zoning, and it can also improve the clarity of the stone by shrinking or dispersing inclusions. Heat treatment is completely normal and greatly reduces the cost of a sapphire. So the difference between heat and no heat can be thousands of dollars. So heat treatment is nothing to be afraid of and is disclosed in any gem report for the stone. There are less common treatments, but we will typically avoid those, so we'll focus on heat treatment as a normal option only. This image here is an image of blue sapphires before they were heated. So you can see, going back to that saturation, also tone, that these stones came out of the earth with a really strong brownish or grayish undertone, and after being exposed to high heat, it removes that undertone and makes them a pure blue color, which in turn makes them much more valuable and look much nicer. You can have two stones, one heated and one unheated, and if they're the same degree of hue, tone, and saturation, there is no visible difference to the unaided eye. The only difference will be the cost of the stone. Top quality, normal, heat-treated sapphires will range anywhere from around $1,500 per carat to about $4,000 per carat. And again, that's for heated material. Whereas no heat or unheated stones can range anywhere from about $4,000 to $15,000, even more for larger stones, and that's about $4,000 to $15,000 per carat. We can always help you source and select the perfect sapphire for you, as well as design a custom setting for it that will best showcase your beautiful sapphire. So now we will look at some examples. The most desirable sapphire colors are your traditional blue color, especially this really strong, vivid color range. Then we have pink, and a beautiful color range called Padparadsha. This is, I believe, it's a pinkish to orangey pink to sort of sunset color. Here's some examples of really, really fine Padparadsha colors. This range basically has its own category for grading. So if you like those peachy pink stones, this is pretty much the highest end, nicest quality gemstone that is going to produce this type of color. Right up there with really fine quality blue stones. Alright, so we're going to look at some examples, starting with blue, your classic color. Sort of what we're looking at and how I arrange these stones is in order of the strongest, most vivid color down to about medium to really, really light saturation. Then you're gonna see like some of that grayish undertone. This is all a matter of preference. Any color that you like will look amazing for a sapphire. So this is a 4.10 carat stone, a really nice medium, almost vivid color. This stone is heated, just normal heat treatment. Stone's about 14,000. Then you have a little bit smaller cushion. This stone is unheated and about 8,000. So it's hard to, you've got a cushion and an oval, and they're very different sizes. But since that stone is unheated, it costs, a fair amount close to a bigger heated stone. Then you have a couple medium saturation, slightly violet, a little bit grayish blue stones. Kind of a really nice subtle color. A lot of people really like that. Then all the way down to really light blue tone sapphires. So technically these are this is a much less valuable color range. That's not to say they aren't beautiful, and if you like it, absolutely any color again. But you've got a less expensive stone all the way up to the really fine quality, really strong blue, bright sapphires. So the next color you have is pink. Blue and pink and that Padparadsha color that I described are probably the top three most expensive or most valuable sapphire colors. The rest of them are going to fall much lower on the price scale, but I'll talk about that in a minute. So looking at these pink stones, you have this is a great comparison. You have an unheated stone, this cushion, which is 1.73 carats. next to a heated stone, a little bit larger, 2.72 carat oval. So notice that they're about the same color range. So you have unheated versus heated. So you can see what that achieves, but the cost difference, like the smaller stone is about 4,000, and the bigger stone is about 4,000, even though it's much bigger. And that main price difference is treatment, heat treatment. So this color range is what we know as podparacha. I showed you of some photo images of like really valuable, strongly colored ones. These are a little bit lighter, but are still nice. A lot of you have been really big fans of like morganite and those sort of peachy colors. This is probably the best stone that produces this color, including this sort of morganite color that that is available pretty much. Not many stones come in that color range, but this sapphire is going to be much more expensive than a morganite, and they're very bright, and they come in sort of a range of color from a more pinkish stone to a more orangey stone. So these are all, it all depends on heat treatment and strength of color for pricing, but these stones are typically right in line with fine quality blue sapphires. So then here's some other examples of just to show you some of the color ranges. Again, they come in every single color, hue, tone, saturation. We have a nice little orange oval here, reddish orange, really, really bright, strong color. A nice pastel yellow radiant cut. I love this stone. Then you have some really strong yellow colored stones. Again, all of these are sapphires. Last but not least, you've got green. Green stones are, believe it or not, one of the less expensive colors, along with orange, yellow, purple. Almost any color is going to be a much less expensive stone than a fine quality blue or pink or podparacha stone. But there's such a huge array of colors out there that you can basically almost choose anything you'd like. Alright, so now we're gonna look at some of our beautiful rings and go over some of the styles with various sapphires. They're all blue and a couple pink ones in there, just to give you an idea of the possibilities here. So the first ring is SOR 18211. This big radiant cut beauty. This is our double edge halo 3-row micro pave with cathedral design, basically encrusted in diamonds on every surface with a really, really big, I think that's about 4 carat radiant cut stone, 5 carats.
Yeah.
One of our most substantial designs. Then you've got another one. This is a really unique design. This is also cathedral, but it only has one single row, really delicate single micro pave band with a cathedral. On this double edge halo is 8-sided or octagon shaped with a round center, really unique with 8 prongs. Definitely an option for someone who wants something a little bit different but still classic looking. Really shows that color off well. go to another double edge halo, but an oval. This is SOR 15972.
3 carat stone.
Let's use 2 rings and components on this one.
I'll do this pink one next.
We're also looking at VNR 15052, which is a very similar design. Both cathedral halos. The only difference is that the pink stone ring in rose gold is a single edge halo, so it doesn't have that extra row of diamonds on the side. Both are nice options. Can really see the color of those stones projecting, especially in a halo with those nice quality white diamonds surrounding the stone. So just to give you an idea of sort of price ranges for these, this big, giant, beautiful ring is in the $15,000 range, give or take. Then these halos are from 6,000 to 8,000 range. Various sizes, different stones, but 6,000 to 8,000. Then we have some 3-stone designs. This oval, LSR 18218, is a really beautiful sapphire with pear-shaped side stones in our 3-stone design that will allow a wedding band to sit perfectly flush against it. Catherine will show you that. Really ties the colors together nicely. The 3 stones we're looking at, including this ring, are around the 7,000 to 9,000 range. That's an oval. Then we have a cushion cut, a larger stone. This ring's over somewhere around 9,000. Trillion cut side stones in our similar 3-stone setting that will allow a wedding band to sit flush against it, but this one has micro pave on the band. Nice added touch. And this is around in the 9,000 range. I'll show you a different band style. So moving on, we have quite a different ring. This is BVR 11735. Super vintage Art Deco design. Very architectural, geometric, with a really nice round, vivid blue sapphire. For anyone who likes those vintage looks, this is a really nice example of one of those designs. Again, we can make any of these settings for any size or any color, any quality range sapphire.
We did price ranges on this.
Again, these 3 rings are in the $7,000 to $9,000 range. This one's a little bit bigger.
Okay.
So then we have LSR 18212. This one's yellow gold. Definitely wanted you to be able to see a yellow option. Yellow gold can really complement a nice deep blue color and many other different colors. So this is an example of a classic halo with a single edge, no cathedral, nice thin micro pave band. this ring. It might be kind of hard to see. It has a fishtail etching around the edges of the ring, which is just a nice little added design feature. Alright, so here's another view of ovals, all of which are in halos. So this is also a really good example of each different color metal. You've got your yellow gold at the top. You've got white gold, and then you've got our subtle rose gold color. So these rings, starting with the yellow one, this ring's like somewhere around the 4,000 range. The white gold oval blue sapphires in the 7,000 range, and so is the pink one. So anywhere from about 4 to 8. Always depends on the stone. Okay, so looking at our signature wrap design based on RS63, this RS217, this is our classic signature wrap shown with a pink sapphire. It has that really delicate.
This one doesn't fit me. Sorry.
This one has that delicate diamond wrap just underneath the stone that you don't see from the top on our thinnest micro pave band in rose gold. Really projects that pink color out there.
You can stack it with a band. There you go.
And this ring is really ideal for any shape stone. If you follow our Instagram, you've seen this design with every different shape and every different size of stone. It's one of our best rings for really showcasing any stone and placing all of the emphasis on it.
Look at this cushion.
So then
I'll
you've
leave
got
this one on. Yeah.
Then you've got SOR 13217, a really nice, a little bit smaller cushion cut blue sapphire on a super thin micro pave band and no frills basket, just to again place all of the emphasis on that center stone. This ring's around like the $2,500 range, which is a good example of like a little bit smaller stone option. You know, we can make these rings to for the most part fit within almost any budget range, and for any stone, any type of stone, any shape. You've got some sapphires in bands there, which can really tie together a ring with a colored stone in it, or diamond, just as a nice highlight. Sometimes when you have colored stones in bands like these, it can really accent the color of the stone, and those white diamonds really do a good job of that. Super thin micro pave is what we are known for. So to continue, sapphires and many different colored stones, especially sapphires, look amazing in wedding bands also. So we can help design wedding bands with sapphires and diamonds, or really any stone. So they do well in a band as well as an engagement ring. All of our bands are custom made too, so you can essentially choose a color that you like, and we can make it for you.
I'm just going to put this in my right hand and put some of the pave stackables here.
So here's
Sapphire and diamond.
couple examples of alternating ones. Pink sapphires, alternating diamonds, blue and white alternating. So all of these, I don't know who's talking.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just
No.
adding in.
Yeah, so all of these are custom designs also. Keep stacking those rings. You can use different shapes,
This one has
like this,
oval.
like that oval one, to kind kind of highlight, say, an oval engagement ring, and it ties everything together really nicely. Let's see. So all different types of settings as well. Normal
bezel set.
pave set rings, bezel set ones like that one, offset. A million different options. Alright, so hopefully you've been able to see a nice variety of sapphires and Lauren B designs that complement them. Always remember when you're looking at our Instagram and Snapchat and website that absolutely any design you see can be made for any size, quality, shape, or type of stone. Whether it's a diamond, a sapphire, oval, cushion, 1 carat, 5 carat, absolutely any shape, any size. You can also make it in any metal color. So just, again, always remember that each of our rings are custom made to fit the stone going into it. So at Lauren B, we specialize in custom designs that are some of the most delicate on the market and are optimized to place all the emphasis on the beautiful center stone of your choice. We'll always take the time to educate you on any stone options, setting designs, or wedding band options you choose. So let us help you design the ring of your dreams. You can always reach us at laurenbjewelry.com or follow us on Instagram at laurenbjewelry. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.